India's strong services exports have grown by 14% over the last 2 decades and stood at $254.5 billion in 2021 and 22. A large portion of services exports is from the information technology services, as well as business process outsourcing or BPO services, with $157 billion in 2021-22. Welcome to Tell Me More, and today we'll be talking about how India is becoming the new global technology hub. First up, it's important to highlight that global corporations are leveraging Indian talent through their capability centers in India, which employ over 5 million people. All of these have converged to give India an opportunity to become a hub for technology and innovation, as corporations look to adopt technology at a global scale. India's services exports have been driving the overall export growth. IT and BPO services are the largest component and comprise over 60% of India's service exports. This has naturally enabled the growth of overall services exports at a CAGR of 14% in dollar terms over the last 2 decades. As one of the largest exporters of IT and BPO services globally, India stood at $157 billion in the fiscal year 2021-22, comprising $106 billion of IT services and $51 billion of BPO services. Direct employment in the IT and BPO segment is estimated at 5.1 million in fiscal year 2021 and 22, and indirect job creation is estimated at over 12 million. In the next 2 decades, with India further gaining strength as the world's technology and innovation hub, the share of transformational and more complex expertise-based services will enable the Indian IT service sector to grow faster. The Indian workforce is expected to solve the most complex problems and manage digital front-to-back end functions of global corporations. It will help India transform from a technology back office to a hybrid workforce, powering the digital fabric of the world's largest corporations. Structural tailwind around a large employable base will push India's case further towards becoming the global hub for technology talent. There is also potential for India to be the robotics and AI capital of the world, with as many robots as engineers serving clients 24/7 in a hybrid workforce. In addition to run the business services, Indian and global IT service players will leverage India for higher value change the business services. For example, consulting, experience design, full-stack digital engineering, product development, and incubating and industrializing new business process management. Indian IT services are being platformed, and the Indian business-to-business or B2B software as a service ecosystem has created its unique playbook. The impact is already visible. The first billion-dollar product company from India has emerged, and there are over 20 Indian B2B SaaS unicorns. All this is creating a potent ecosystem for hyperscalers to emerge over the next 2 decades. What began as a cost arbitrage has now become a key source of high-quality talent and leading-edge innovation. Recognizing the value of the Indian demographic dividend, global corporations have set up over 1,500 Global Capability Centers or GCCs in India as of September 2022. The corporations with GCCs include some of the largest companies in their sectors. All GCCs together employed approximately 1.3 million people as of fiscal year 2021 and are expected to employ more than 2 to 3 million people by 2025. For many large global corporations, India has either the largest or the second largest workforce by geography. India accounts for over 45% of the GCCs in the world outside of the home country. 50 to 70% global technology and operations headcount are based out of India GCCs. From being executors to influencing the global enterprise strategy, GCCs are providing services relating to both cutting-edge solutions such as cloud, data analytics, artificial intelligence, chip design, system design, and software development to more administrative and procedural work. Continuing investments and growth in GCCs have been fueled by the ability to scale up these centers as talent pools, capable of supporting innovation and providing services efficiently and competitively. Success of this sector in India has had a multiplier impact on the Indian economy, as this workforce is also a large consumer of goods and services and contributes to savings and investments in the Indian economy. GCCs, therefore, can support accelerated economic growth as digitization grows in the world while increasing the amount of business processes being managed from India. India must look at services beyond IT and BPO to increase services exports from the country. As India pushes ahead with growing its manufacturing sector, the services sector would continue to be an important pillar of growth for the Indian economy. It employs close to 31% of the workforce, contributes to over 50% of India's GDP, and is one of the largest recipients of FDI inflows in India. It has been recognized as one of the primary drivers of domestic growth and exports. With the increasing share of services in world trade, there is a large opportunity for expansion of services trade to grow from the current $254.5 billion. To accrue benefits from a higher share of services in the global economy, it would be imperative to focus on diversification of our services exports by increasing our competency in other emerging services. For this, focus could be placed on those services that complement India's competitive ability and have potential for export growth. Sectors that can provide this opportunity include tourism, telemedicine, medical value tourism, audiovisual services with focus on mobile gaming, and construction and engineering with focus on digital engineering services. As India continues to attract top talent, foster a thriving startup ecosystem, and embrace emerging technologies, it's clear that the country is on track to become the new global technology hub. The possibilities are endless, and we cannot wait to see what's next. And on that highly encouraging note, it's time for us to call it a day. But we sure hope that you liked the video and found it informative. Subscribe to our channel and don't forget to click the bell icon. Your valuable suggestions are very important to us, so do post them in the comment section. And I'll see you in the next video.